Hello, my fans, sneak peepers, and curious friends. I'm difficult and demanding. If you want to know my real name, then hold still, and I might bring your wish to fruition. Before I begin, you can find this show in iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Blueberry, Google Play Music, TuneIn, YouTube, and Stitcher. Now, unlike the other people in your life, I actually care about what you think, what you don't think, and what you try not to think about. Welcome to the Difficult and Demanding Show. I'm real, uncensored, unconventional, and shoot straight between the eyes. My show is outrageously honest with a keenly witty view into life. Yes, I said life. That's what we do every single day. We are living life. Well, some of us at least. I'm going to provide laughter, shock, while touching your inner being. Maybe your body if you're lucky. Why do I call myself difficult and demanding? Well, first, because I can. 2, because I'm not supposed to. 3, this is the most important point. It only means something if I give life to it. So, I'm going to slowly unveil you to you and give you a new life to live. Difficult and demanding is going to liberate every part of your being and maybe your body. I, your host Tara, am keeping it authentic, intriguing, and provocative. If you have entered my world, then be honest with yourself about it. You want to be here, and you know I want you here. Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you've had a wonderful week, so let's go ahead and get started. The name of this episode is called The Smell of Desperation. Did you know desperation had a smell? No? What do you think it smells like? I can tell you this, it has a unique signature scent for each and every person. Have you ever been desperate? Have you ever acted desperately? What conditions would cause you to feel desperate? What circumstances would cause you to act desperately? Now, I don't know what triggers you. I only know what could trigger me. But we're going to explore this because it displays itself many different ways in our life. But I particularly want to focus on, what else? Relationships. They're a lot of fun, aren't they? Have you ever been in a relationship and your suspicions, your paranoia caused you to be fearful, worried, anxious? Have those insecurities caused you to do something that after you actually did it, you felt like an ass, you felt like a fool? We do desperate things to try to prove something to ourselves. Like, you want to catch your significant other cheating. It's not enough that your instincts are telling you the son of a bitch is cheating. No. Why listen to yourself when you can go dig up some dirt that's going to hurt you for sure? Have you ever gone through your significant other's, their email, their phone, their clothes, their car? Have you done any of those things? Have you actually contacted someone in disguise meaning you're pretending to be your significant other, but you're not, because you're trying to catch the motherfucker that they're cheating with. Does that ring a bell? Does that ring a few bells for you guys? Yes. You come up with some bullshit ass, name or acronym, but you use your email address because you want proof. Proof of what you suspect. Proof of what you've concocted. Proof. They must be cheating. They've got to be cheating. Never mind whether they're cheating or not. Because all these stories are being strung together in your head. What have you done? How desperate have you become? How desperate have you become? What have you done? And then after you've done the act of concocting this brilliant, non-brilliant ass plan of trying to catch your significant other cheating, after you send your shot, an email, leave a voicemail, how do you feel about yourself? Do you feel shamed, embarrassed, guilty, remorseful? What do you feel? Do you pat yourself on the fucking back? Do you kick yourself in the fucking ass? What do you do? It doesn't matter whether they are actually cheating or not. What I'm asking you is, how do you feel when your desperation causes you to act in a rash and impulsive manner? Where you start looking for things to piece together that have nothing to do with one another to prove your suspicions. Never mind, you may be fucking hallucinating, making things up because of some things that are deep within you. But let's roll along with this. Let's roll along with this. What have you done? And have you done it more than once? You left a voicemail, pretending to solicit information, when you're really trying to figure out, has my husband, has my wife contacted a lawyer to divorce my fucking ass? Is my husband, is my wife actually getting their needs fulfilled someplace else because I am unable or unwilling to do so? Tell me what you have done so desperately. Desperation makes you feel powerless. It makes you feel hopeless. It gives you the delusion that you have the power because you plan on catching that son of a bitch, because they're not going to hurt you. They're not going to betray you. They're not going to make a fool out of you. Nonetheless, you are behaving desperately. So you send an email pretending to be your significant other in hopes to catch the person that they're cheating with. And when you send the email, what happens? Nothing happened. Because it was all legit, meaning there was no cheating at all. You built up a story in your head that he or she was cheating. You sent an email pretending to be him or her to catch the person they're cheating with. But what happened when you sent the email? It actually went to a legitimate person who's not cheating with your significant other. I'm asking you, how do you feel? How does feeling like a fool actually feel? What does looking like a fool actually feel? When you're going to these lengths, like you're picking stuff out of the kitchen sink off the shelves to piece together some narrative of your significant other cheating, that means there's a deep underlying issue of trust and security. And if you don't know this, it's gnawing away at your relationship. You think because you sent a fake email to a real person trying to catch your significant other cheating when they are not, you think because your spouse does not know that there's not something fundamentally wrong with your relationship that's eating away at it, that's imploding it? No, you're telling yourself another story. When there's mistrust, there's mistrust. There's nothing you can say or do about it. Now, I'm not saying the person's actually cheating. They may or may not be. But what I want to focus on is how you're behaving and what's causing you to behave that way. Now, what if your significant other found out that you were sending out emails pretending to be them to try to catch them cheating, but they're not doing anything wrong? Why do we punish people when they haven't done anything wrong? Listen to what I said. You have a suspicion, which is only founded in your fucking head, and you don't find what you're seeking. How do you process that? You forget about it, right? You tuck it away in the back of your head, you sleep in the closet, and you move on until you catch another whiff of something that doesn't exist, and then you concoct another non-brilliant plan to catch them cheating. What type of way is that to have a relationship? What type of relationship is that? It's paranoia, delusion, fear, desperation, and a whole bunch of shit. Life is too short for that. And let's just say you did catch them cheating. That's going to hurt you. Because you knew it. You suspected it. Whatever. And instead of trusting yourself, you went and found something that's going to even hurt you even more. So I want to pose the question, why are you second guessing yourself? 1. 2, why are you staying in a relationship or a marriage in which you don't feel safe and secure? Think about that. Your instinct's telling you that someone's cheating. And instead of addressing your issue, you are devising a devious plan out of desperation to catch your significant other cheating, in which they may or may not be. That is a lot of energy and a lot of effort and a lot of time to find out something that may or may not be true. What I want to pose to you is, why not address the real problem? Because the real problem is within you. There's a fear within you. And that fear is causing you to behave in a very desperate, impulsive, rash manner, which is very detrimental to you. Because if your significant other actually found out that you were spying on them, pretending to be them, to catch them doing something that they may or may not be doing, I don't think that's going to look too great in your favor, and it's not going to help your relationship at all. Not at all, not even close. It's a toxic situation. Desperation creates toxic situations. Where you're saying, well, if I don't know that he's cheating, I need to know that he's cheating before I can do X, Y, and Z. I'm saying you don't need to find the fucking proof. You don't. You're saying, huh? Why not difficult demanding? Let me tell you something. If you feel something, it's true somewhere. What does that mean? Let me say it again before I tell you what it means. If you feel something within you, that means it is true someplace. Now, let me explain. You feel your significant other's cheating. I'm telling you, don't waste your time on fucking proof. Because either your significant other is cheating or not. Let's just say they are cheating. You were right. Let's just say they weren't cheating. You were wrong. But the real truth lies within you because the feelings originated within you. So externally, they may or may not be cheating. But internally within you, the problem's still there. The problem's still there. What I'm trying to tell you is it doesn't matter if they're cheating or not. The fact is you don't feel good. You don't feel right about your relationship. So it doesn't fucking matter whether you catch them cheating or not. The fact is something is very, very wrong within you. And it doesn't matter if that person's in your life or someone else is in your life. I'm telling you, something is fundamentally wrong with you. And you may possibly be with the wrong person. Or you may just have fucking issues like everybody else that needs to be addressed. And you're acting out your own personal issues in a very desperate manner. You're saying, difficult and demanding, how are you going to tell me that if I think my significant other is cheating, that doesn't matter? Because it doesn't fucking matter. Your happiness does not reside with another person. Your security, your safety, your comfort does not reside with another person. I'm telling you, it's within you. Because the suspicions of cheating, infidelity, it originated within you. Well, you're saying, well, I saw clues that sparked these ideas, these notions within my mind. You may have. But the truth is very subjective. The truth is in the eyes of the beholder. You may see something as a tomato and I may see it as a tomato, but the fact is, it's red and it's fucking round. How you interpret that to be, to me, it's very individualized. Your past, your experiences, your wiring, there's a whole bunch of things that will dictate what your truth is. And our truths don't necessarily have to match. So you're telling me, yes, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if they're cheating or not. That's secondary, that's tertiary, that's not even number one. The first issue is, why don't you feel good? Why don't you feel safe, secure, loved? That's what I would focus my attention on. If a motherfucker's cheating, he's cheating. Let him go. Move on. You'll find another one. You'll find another one. You'll find another one. Move on. If you think they're cheating and they happen not to be cheating, it really doesn't matter because your relationship's fucked up anyway. You want to know why it's messed up? Because you're not right. You personally are not right. It could be low self-esteem. It could be fucking trauma. It doesn't matter. If you don't deal with your own personal issues, it doesn't matter whether the person's cheating or not. So what? Cheating doesn't ruin your relationship. But you know what is going to ruin your relationship? You are going to ruin your own relationship because of your issues that you don't deal with, you don't face. The fact is, you are scared. And fear is going to manifest its way in many different angles and ways in your life and your relationship until you deal with what it is that's bothering you. That's why it doesn't matter whether a person is cheating on you or not. It doesn't fucking matter. If they don't make you feel good, get rid of them. If they do, keep them. Whatever. The fact is, you need to deal with home base, and home base would be you. Not what you would expect for desperation. We have a hard time focusing on ourselves and looking in the mirror. We always want to find a boogeyman that's out there to make responsible for our own issues. Now, here's another scenario. Nowadays, people, they like to get together, hook up, whatever. Fucking's fun. You can do it, do it. But what I want to focus on is you have women who are doing things that they really don't want to do. For example, they cave, they fold under the pressure of fucking sleeping with a guy that they may have just met through some dating app, whatever. He's feeding her a bunch of bullshit about how wonderful, how beautiful she is. And, if she doesn't give it to him, someone else is going to give it to him. So women, what do? They end up sleeping with the guy because, hey, they figure out all these other women are doing it. And if I don't do it, then what's going to happen to me? I'm going to be alone. So you sleep with a guy when you know damn well you don't want to do it because you don't want to be left behind. You don't want to be seen as abnormal from others who are giving their shit up, who are giving their cookies up. Yes. Hooking up. Hooking up is fucking. Essentially it's fucking. Easy fucking. Non-investing, courting fucking. And if that's your thing, that's fine. But I know for a lot of people, they really don't want to do it. They're saying they want to do it, but they really don't want to do it. So I got to ask you women, how are you going to let someone you just met pressure you into giving your cookies away, your diamonds away, your treasure box away? Because when you fuck him and you really didn't want to, that's called desperation. But what is desperation really? It's fear. What are you scared of? Being alone? Looking abnormal? Not feeling attractive? Not feeling love? What are you scared of? Because I'm not sure if someone's told you, there's a lot of dicks in the sea. There is. You fuck him. You try to give him the best time of his life. So he calls you back as he sees you as more special than all the other women that he's chasing. But he doesn't call you back. Or let's say he does, but you're not the highest priority. You gave something that is so precious away to a motherfucking peasant, someone you don't even know. You let this peasant determine your worth, determine your value. You let them do that. A stranger. And you know why you let this stranger do it? Because you actually have low self-esteem. You have low self-worth. You have low expectations for fucking life. Women, we seem to have this impression if a guy is presentable, clean, he is decently well-spoken, he is slightly charming, he's complimenting, he's paying us attention, he seems to have a decent future, that means he could possibly be the one. So let me take a little risk. Let me take a risk and give the most priceless part of myself, one of the most priceless parts of myself, away, in hopes that he sees how special I am, how rare I am, and we can build a life together. This is some straight up bullshit. Just because you meet someone who checks certain boxes, that doesn't give him or her the right, the opportunity to have the chance of enjoying you, being with you in such an intimate moment. All because you don't want to seem like you're uptight, you're not fun, this image that you're trying to present of yourself. That's what you're trying to do. That you're this fun, free-loving chick who can go with the flow and who doesn't get attached and who doesn't have any expectations. And, you're trying to present yourself in a way that you are not. You're trying to present yourself like you are a guy or a man, but you're not that way. And you keep going through this merry-go-round, this hamster wheel over and over. You meet a guy, you have great conversation, he tells you some bullshit, you sleep with him, and you go from there. But there's two reasons why you're sleeping with him. One, you're hoping he sees you as the one. You've had your heart broken, disappointed many times. So you're hoping that maybe this one clicks. But the other reason why you're sleeping with him is because you're fucking lonely and desperate as hell. And you're going to take any type of physical connection that you can get to still feel human, to feel alive. It may be worthless, useless, and the sex could be really, really good or really, really bad. But just to have the opportunity to have another body close to yours, to feel that intimacy, it feeds your hollow soul. It gives you another hit, another taste until the next time you're able to do this. And you keep doing it. It never dawns on you to turn around, to look around and say, what I'm doing doesn't make any sense at all. I want a guy to see me as priceless, to see me as precious. Yet, every motherfucker that I meet in a bar, at a restaurant, or pays me attention who's nice to me, I'm letting him get a piece of me. It never dawns on you that you're devaluing yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you should not want to fuck. I'm saying fuck away. But fuck with some intention. Fuck with a purpose. Fuck with a goddamn strategy. Yes. Don't give this shit away to fucking people that you just meet, you barely know, because they told you some bullshit ass lines. They're telling you, hey, if I don't get it from you, I'm going to get it from someone else. And you're saying, I got this great guy. He's smart. He's intelligent. He's educated. He has a great job. I don't want to lose him to someone else. So shit. All I got to do is give him a little sex. I'll give it to him. What I'm saying is, fuck that shit. You want a guy to see you as the most special woman in the universe. Yet, you're acting like a grain of sand. What does that mean? How many grains of sand are on the goddamn beach? There's plenty. There's many. The only way you notice something on the beach is if it stands the fuck out. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're walking in beautiful white sand, you see nothing but that sand. The only time you notice something is when you step on it and it hurts your fucking foot, or it sparkles and catches your attention. I'm asking you to be the one that he steps on and hurts his foot, or sparkles and catches his attention, which means you don't captivate a man with your body. You don't do that at all. That may catch his attention, but that's not going to hold his attention. What you need to do is something different to stand out. You have to do something very different. You have to go against the crowd. You have to go against everything and be your own unique self. You mesmerize him with this fucking mind. You know how many women have beautiful bodies? There's a lot. And beauty comes in many shapes, sizes, colors, forms. It doesn't matter. But how you think, how you interact, what you say to him, that's how you play the fucking game. That's how you hold his interest. He's running games. He's saying lines, special lines to you. Let me tell you something. You can do the same also. You want that great guy? You want to stand out from the rest of the women? You want to stand out from the rest of the women? You got to hook him a different way. And you got to hook him in a way that it's not going to be easy for him to get away. You want to hook him in a way that when he's sitting there talking with someone else, he's thinking about you. He's comparing that other woman to you, because she can never be you. She can never be you. So stop giving your body away in hopes of someone seeing how special you are, because you're wasting your time, you're devaluing yourself, and you're acting like a grain of sand. Be the one that stands out. And instead of dealing with peasants, you will find royalty to be with you. Now, here's another one. Men. You're going around fucking any and everything that can walk. Cool, that's fine. That's what you do. But here's the issue. When you are telling women lies, painting some false pictures, notions of what could be, what's possibly, just to get them to sleep with you, that's desperate as hell as also. Because a real man with some real game, they don't have to lie. Listen to what I'm saying. You have all these men acting like fucking boys that's getting pussy. But they're getting that shit with manipulation. They're manipulating. I'm telling you, a real man with some real game, they don't have to lie. Only desperate people will lie. If you're really secure, really confident, you're really a catch, you don't have to lie to a woman. You don't have to manipulate a woman. That's desperate. A real man, he's honest, forthright, respectable, kind, thoughtful. And he could be getting more than likely a lot of pussy from a lot of different women. But you know what the difference is? He doesn't have to lie to them. He's not lying to them. Only desperate people have to lie to get what the fuck they want. Do you understand what I said? I'm going to repeat it for you. For those of you who feel a need to lie, to deceive, to manipulate, to pressure, to make people do what you want them to do, I'm telling you, you may look confident, you may act confident, but you're desperate as fucking hell. Because real people who are really charismatic, magnetic, they don't have to lie at all. They will tell a woman how wonderful she is because he actually believes she's very wonderful. He will actually see the special qualities and characteristics in that woman, and he will relish them. He will celebrate them. He will uplift her. He will make sure she feels safe and secure, and he will do all of that without giving her a commitment. And she will understand that. And she will appreciate that. And she will respect and love the fact that he gave her a choice to sleep with him or not. She will also love and appreciate the fact that, you know what? He didn't tell me any lies. He didn't paint me any pictures about a future. He allowed me to have my choice to sleep with him or not. And to know that if I sleep with him or not, this is what's going to happen and this is not what's going to happen. Very point blank. But he's always going to be respectful to her. And she will probably sleep with him. And know that nothing may come out of it. But you know what the difference is? Both people are winning. Both people are empowered. Both people are respected. Both people are making self-honoring decisions and honoring the other person in the process. You want to have the skill to date and fuck as many women or men as you want? I'm asking all of you to have a different way to go about it. Not to behave desperately, rash, impulsively, manipulative, with manipulation and deception. No. I'm telling you to be the best version of you and be honest and be respectful of yourself and others. And watch how you move through life. You move differently. Things happen to you differently. You don't want a whole bunch of people having negative thoughts, feelings, saying horrible things about you. That's bad energy. No one wants bad fucking juju. No. You want to treat people and hold them up in the highest regard. And if you can't do that, then don't fuck with them. But women, stop sleeping with men because he's pressuring you and thinking that you can't get anyone else, and deal with your real fucking issues. Men, if you really had your shit together, you wouldn't need to lie. You wouldn't need to manipulate. You wouldn't need to pressure. You would be you, do you, be honest. And you'll be amazed at how many women will hand themselves over to you happily and knowingly without any expectations because they just want to enjoy you. And if something did happen in the future, wonderful. But if it did not, they're okay with that too. Stop stealing people's ability to choose for themselves. If you gotta lie, you have to deceive, you have to pressure, you're not ready to fuck the person you're talking with. You're not deserving of them. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't treat them that way. So what is desperation? It's fear. It's inadequacy. It's something that we need to look at and address within ourselves. Because when you're behaving in a desperate manner, the way you're moving through life is not good. It's going to come back and bite you in the ass. We don't want to do that. We don't need to do that. There's enough hardship and bad things going on in the world that we don't have to compound it in our lives. Treat people with the honor and respect that they're due. And if you can't do it, don't fuck with them. But we really need to deal with what we do and why we do it. Desperation will get you in really fucked up situations. Desperation will ruin the good that you have in your life. Desperation will have you feeling like a victim and behaving like a victim. You don't want to be a victim. You want to be the captain of your ship. I'm not saying that you need to be and live life like you don't have any issues, because we all have issues. Our issues are here to make us better. But don't let your issues run your life. Don't let your issues control you. Don't let your issues have you make bad decisions and have you make those decisions over and over and over again. You don't want that. So have we all been desperate? Yes. Do you need to be desperate? No. If you feel desperate, you need to pause and figure what the fuck is really going on, because it's not really about your husband or wife cheating or not. It's not really about whether you'll be alone for the rest of your life or not. And it's not really about whether you are man enough to get enough pussy to keep up with your friends or not. That's not what it's about. There's something deeper going on. And I suggest you take a look at it. It can be very liberating and freeing and bring you a lot more happiness in your life. So that's all I have for you guys this week. Hope you learned something. If you didn't, that's fine too. Until the next time. Are you disappointed this has come to an end? Well, it doesn't have to. Reach out and follow me on Instagram at Difficult and Demanding, and let me know what you think about this episode and my show. Episode 104 will be here the week of August 17th, 2020 from Difficult and Demanding.